Hey, there you are. You're being lazy today, aren't you? You're being lazy today. Not sure if y'all can see it, but it's starting to snow here again, which is fine with me. I've been doing a lot of work indoors, and I need to show you what I've been working on. This is an update to the digital organ I've been working on. I still don't have the pedal board down here yet, but I did at least get a panel built, and it's labeled. As badly as it is labeled, and it is working. I'm not going to do a demonstration on it because we need to talk about this panel. This is not going to be the final panel. It will use the LEDs that come on and off when you click it down, but I want to actually have physical stop pulls because I want this to look as close as I can to a real pipe organ. So the question has been, why don't we just go ahead and put a real pipe organ in the church? If you're familiar with our church, there's just not enough room between the altar and the raised part of the altar, which I think they call it the predalum or something like that. I'll have to look that word up. And the back wall where the pull is for the bell. Not enough room. And then where are you going to put the bellows, the blower, and how can you stop the blower from making noise? You can't go on the other side of that wall because those walls are extremely thick. There's just nowhere to put it. Now, there could be some modification, and I don't know. There may be something we could do, but seriously, there's just not enough room. So that's why we're going the digital route. And part of that is figuring out how to do the stop pulls. As I said when I was in the other location, I need to figure this out because I don't want to use those buttons really. So I need to make my own buttons. And the simplest solution is to use one of these little micro switches. And this micro switch, basically, when you mash it, you put power on the middle, it comes out this end. When you let go, the power comes out on this end. So you have either one of these to use. But basically, when this is mashed in, this has power. When it's not mashed in, there's no power. It's just a switch. And to operate that switch, we need something that looks like this. Then I got to make several of them. And the first part is this little wooden knob. Right now it's just a drawing, of course. Is that little knob. And that knob is as simple as using one of these. This is a cabinet knob made out of wood. Beautiful little piece. And then we'll use a wooden dowel that will connect to the back part of it, which is there. Wooden dowel comes across. I build a little ramp, put the little micro switch here, and then let's put it into motion so we could see how this will actually work. And here we are here. Let's put this to scale. Switch is open. Stop is now being pushed in. Now it's being pulled out. Goes up the ramp, turns the switch on. And then it goes back, turns the switch off. It's really going to be that simple. This is the actual module, because these will be modular. So I'll make several of these that will slide into the back of the console, the pipe organ, and that will allow me to change one of these if something happens. These knobs come off, and this is again a prototype, so it's very roughly made, but it looks pretty nice, really. A couple of things I've added. If you saw my last video, I put these little pieces of metal wire here that keeps the button from rotating. I need to drill the holes in there smaller so there's not much play. And you can see here as I pull this, you'll hear the click, and that is this switch turning on, switch turning off. So all of these work just fine. This is an easy piece to make, but I'm going to drill, or I should say, I'm going to CNC, that is, I will cut and design all this stuff on my computer and have this machine do all the cutting, so everything is more precise. I cut this bar here and here by hand with, just typical measuring devices, but I think I can do a lot better if I design it on the computer before doing that. Everything else should be fairly easy. I can easily drill these little holes for this, but there. All right, I thought I'd throw in this little surprise at the end. I decided to do a little bit of wiring and put the LEDs in for you. So let's see if I can somehow do this and let you see it. Okay, we're gonna pull a stop here. There we go. So there, now you can see it actually doing its thing. You can only just imagine it turning one of the stops on.